So, moving on to Adam, who's asking, what are the best options for getting Radio Play UK or international, and how should we approach them?
So, radio is a funny one, and this is, we were talking about booking agents earlier. With Radio Play, you get all different sizes of radio stations. You get tiny independents, you get hospital radio, you get college radio, you get local radio, and even in local towns and cities, you get very small local radio, and you get decent sized local radio. Then you get BBC, you get BBC Introducing, you get national radio stations. Then you go online, and there are thousands of online radio stations. So there's loads and loads of radio stations, and finding the right radio station for your music is key. Now, there are pluggers who are people that will try and get your music onto radio, and similar kind of thing with PR. And you can pay people to actually punt your music around to try and get you on the radio. However, again, it's a similar thing where if you pay someone money, they will do their best job. Will they get it on the radio? No guarantees. There is no guarantees in PR, and there is no guarantees in plugging. I have worked with bands in the past who, one band in particular, was having a massive buzz in Brighton where we lived, and they managed to sell out one of the venues here called the Concord 2 with people outside. People were going mental outside. They were really angry that they couldn't get in, but health and safety just said too many people in the club, can't come in. It was kicking off outside. It was an amazing gig. Everyone just thought, this band's going to fly, it's going to go. And then all of a sudden, Kerrang, NME and Radio 1 all passed on it. They just went, nah, don't like it. And that was the end of that. From that point on, it would have been an uphill struggle, and the band started to wane and fall apart. So when it comes to radio play, it can really make or break a band. But for you to actually get on radio, I would start with the smaller independent stations. So I would start to befriend people online, because there are plenty of online radio stations, and not just go straight to BBC or straight to the bigger shows, because there's lots of people who take this stuff really seriously, and they really they're starting to build an audience themselves in finding sort of unsigned talent. And that's what I had a radio show for a year and a half to 2 years. It was myself, it was a guy called Ace from Skunk Anansie, and we had a show on Brighton Radio, 7 until 10, 4 nights a week, and our job was to find this talent and to promote this talent, to bring them in, to interview them, and to get them ready for the next big thing. And it grew and grew and grew. We were getting demos from all over the world, India and Africa and Australia, and it was amazing. And so there are shows out there which are desperate to find really great up-and-coming bands. And so you want to find those DJs and actually look after them. And one thing I'd say is, when I did the show, one thing I loved is I had 3 hours to fill, 4 nights a week. It's a lot of time to fill. And so a few bits of advice is, I never liked it when people would give me an album, because I'd probably play it to death and I get bored of it too quickly. So I liked singles. Another thing is, bands used to give me jingles. So the way they'd schmooze me and the way they'd romance me is, they'd come in, they'd go in the studio and they'd write a jingle for the show. So in between the songs and the news, all of a sudden it would go, the Damo and Ace Show, and that would be the jingle. It would be like 15, 20 seconds, and it'd be a jingle which they've made, and constantly I'd be referring to, oh, a great jingle from this band, and you can go and check them out on this website. And also, I wanted to help them out. This idea of the bartering system, they don't need you right now, so you've got to make it so they want to be a part of your journey. So if you go and find these DJs and actually start chatting to them, one thing you don't want to do is go straight to the station, straight to the DJ and say, will you play my music? Because I can promise you, from having a local radio show, which was starting to build, but it wasn't national, every single day I would get to the station and I would have demos, this many demos. I'd probably have between 20 and 50 demos every single day from bands saying, play my stuff, play my stuff. And because I didn't have the time, I had a company to run, I had a 3-hour show to do, I had to plan stuff. I can tell you, this is the way that we actually went through all the demos of what we wanted to play. No, maybe, no, no, maybe, no. We'd end up with 2, 3 or 4 demos, and what we would look for is, we'd look for something that would be interesting to us, whether it's a shot, the artwork, the name of a song was really good. If you get a really good name of a song that catches your eye and you just think, Yeah, that's got my attention. Maybe I want to listen to that. So it's about getting the attention of the DJ, getting the attention of the show, which will help. But we're talking the lower end level and build it up from there. If you've got money to burn, go and get a plugger and just say, here's our demo, go and get it on radio. But don't get pissed off if you don't get it onto radio, because there's no guarantees, because a plugger can only do their best, and if the DJ doesn't like it or the station doesn't like it, there's nothing you can do about it. So make it radio friendly, but the best thing you can do is you can make it so that they have to play it because the audience is demanding it.